Hello guys, this is Becca, and I thought I would do a little bit of diamond painting and maybe have a little chit chat, just see what everybody's up to and let you know what I'm up to. I had mentioned in another video, several videos back, that I was going to start working on all these diamond paintings that I have that's not complete. I was going to start working on getting them complete. So it's a slow go because I have so many other crafts that I like doing also. And for some reason, it seems like when I sit down here to start diamond painting, there's interruptions. Well, it's that way with anything I attempt to do, which is totally why I quit crafting for about a year. Just totally quit crafting because it just got so frustrating that every time I sat down, I wouldn't be into a project 5 minutes what I wasn't. 5-10 minutes what I wasn't disturbed. I was scrapbooking at the time. And as I've said before, I'm not a very creative person, and I have to just really, or I don't feel like I am. I have to, when I was scrapbooking, I'd have to think it out. Okay, what am I going to do? How am I going to layer this? Where am I going to put what, And I'd play with it before I started gluing it down and get it in my mind how I wanted to do it. So then I would remove it so I can start gluing down my layered pieces and everything. And get interrupted and have to walk out of the craft room and leave it unfinished. And when I come back to it, I'd be forgot what I had in mind I was going to do. And so then I'd have to rethink it, replan it in my mind, see how it was going to work, then start in the process of gluing it back down. And the thing is, I had to start at whatever I already had glued down. I had to go from there with what I had. Most of the time, it wasn't the original thing I had in mind. It ended up totally different because I would be interrupted so many times that it just went out the door. So it got that's when I first noticed my anxiety was bad. It just got to the place it was too much. I couldn't handle all that. It was just too frustrating. It was too stressful. And I just completely quit crafting altogether. But then, after about a year, I've slowly gotten back into crafting. I even quit diamond painting. I quit everything for about a year. And then I slowly started getting back into it. And I haven't started back scrapbooking unless you want to call a few pages in my junk journals where I've added pictures. Unless you want to call that scrapbooking. But as far as just a big 12 by 12 layout like I used to do, I haven't started back. Don't know that I ever will. Because I still get interrupted, and I'm just not up to all of that. Just not up to all the interruptions. So I have to have something little and simple that, is not a big stress if I have to get up and leave it before it's done. And what I just did there, guys, is as I'm diamond painting, I drop beads around that that I don't realize is there. And then when I come back and I see a loose bead, and there's one up under that plate over there, but I can't get it right now. But when I come back and see the beads laying around, I'll put them in that tray. And guys, one thing right now with me that is so frustrating is trying to talk and being interrupted every few minutes with having to yawn. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't understand it. And it's so frustrating to just constantly be interrupted yawning. Just have to stop what you're saying, yawn, start back up, say a few words, stop what you're saying and yawn. And it's frustrating. So frustrating. But I do have a little something that I wanted to talk about and ask your opinion on, I guess it's your opinion. How do you feel about, if you have a YouTube channel and make videos, how do you feel about people commenting on your videos? Do you look forward to that? Is that something that you really enjoy and you look forward to? It's a means of interaction with you and, other people. Or are you the type of person that you never even go back and check your comments? It don't matter to you if anybody comments or not. I really would like to know your opinion on that and how you feel. If you are a YouTube creator, how do you feel about that? Which type of person are you? Now, I have to admit, I love comments. You all are my YouTube peeps, and my Facebook peeps are my only contacts that I have. I don't know, I guess I could say by choice and be honest about it. I just have, I don't even know how to explain it, guys. I don't even know how to explain my situation. But, all my life I've had to press through the feeling of intimidation. I have always felt like a kid. I've always felt like I was the kid in the group whenever I would be around adults, and have to socialize. I don't know. I've had a problem with social anxiety all my life, and I didn't realize that. I didn't know that's what it was. Didn't know what to call it. There's been more times than a many. More times than many. That, because it's been my whole life. Anytime I've had to socialize with people, in the adult world. I just have a hard time with it. I have a very hard time with it. And so interacting with people online, like through Facebook and YouTube, is a whole lot easier for me to do. And so I really look forward to comments. I go back to a video after I make it. I go back to it over and over and over the day that I made it to see if there's any more comments. Even up to the day after I've made it, I will go several times the day after, checking to see if someone else has commented, because you are my contact. You are my, I don't know how else to put it. You are the people that I socialize with. I'm not trying to justify what I do and say it's right about socializing. But when you socialize online, if you're having a bad day and you're just not feeling up to talking and you're not up to par, well, you just don't have to get online. You don't have to go to YouTube or Facebook. You don't have to. But yet, in all of that, I look forward to, even if I do go, I'm having a bad day and I do go see what's going on, what's, might be said and who might have commented. It's different than having to comment, and be interactive with somebody in person. It's different. And so this has been my choice of how I want to interact with people, is online, because I can deal with it better. And I do look forward to comments. Like I said, I go back and check after putting up a video to see if there's been any comments, if anybody has said anything. And again, I'm not justifying what I do, but even in all the, I don't know what to, once you've commented, unless there's something specific, directed to me, a direct question or situation or something, I don't know how to elaborate. I have never been the type of person that I could get my thoughts out of my head down on paper, or in this case on a computer screen or a phone screen. I used to have bad problems in 4th grade. We had what they called reading comprehension, and I would get so stressed over that period, that class, when it come time for reading comprehension, I would get totally sick, literally physically sick. I didn't make myself get sick. I've never been one that I even knew how or wanted to try to make myself throw up. But there was several times that I would literally get sick and throw up in class, because reading comprehension wasn't where they asked you a question and you could go find that direct question in the book and find the answer there for that question. I mean, it was in the book, yes, But everybody's answer was going to be a little different because it's the way you comprehended what you read. And so it wasn't just a word for word answer you could find in the book. You had to tell what you comprehended from that question. What did you see in that? And oh my goodness, I really physically physically get sick. And a few times I actually got so sick I threw up in class. Because I didn't know how to do that. I can't get, and I still can't. I can't get my thoughts from my head, and the only way I know how to say it is down on paper, because back then, we didn't have computers. It was rare, to have a computer, and it wasn't like a social thing like we have nowadays. If there were computers, they were big, school, cumbersome computers that was just programs that you worked on for your school programs, for what you needed in school. It wasn't like the computers today. And so when I say from my head to the paper, that's what I mean. Getting it to my hands to type it out or to write it out. I've never been able to do that. And I feel like whenever I talk on here that I can't even sometimes get it out from my head to my words. From my brain at the top of my head to my little old space between there and my mouth, I can't seem to get it out. And I've always had that problem. And so a lot of times I don't, my comments back, when someone comments, my comment back is thank you. Because that's about all I know to say. I don't know how to elaborate or to say anything more. Guys, I watch a lot of videos. And, well, no, that wasn't what I was going to say. See, I didn't even get that out right. I wasn't going to talk about videos at this point. I was going to talk about people talking on the phone. Matter of fact, this morning, my husband's sister called him. And she talked, and she talked, and she talked, and she talked. And about all he could get in was, yeah, that's right, yeah, that's right, yeah. And she stayed on the phone a pretty good little while talking. And not just her, a lot of people. Of course, she had something, her husband's sick, so she did have something to talk about and tell my husband all about the situation and all that. But even people that's just talking, casually talking, not having something like that they're having to talk about. There's some that I listen to that will talk, and you cannot get a word in edgewise. And they talk and talk and talk and talk. And you think, how do they think of so much to say? How? And a lot of times, I'm not justifying myself and saying that I'm right and that others are wrong. Everybody's different. Everybody has their own personality and their own way of doing things. But I have found that people that really talk like that, half the time don't make any sense. Or either they repeat themselves over and over and over and over and over, because there's not that much to talk about that you could have something different to talk about that long and that non-stop talking. Matter of fact, one of my husband's nephew's wife we used to go around them a lot when we lived closer to them. We would visit and all that. Well, she was a talker, and she would talk and talk and talk and talk. I mean, just talk your ears off, and you'd get tired after a while, all the talking. And so one day she was just a talking. And her husband asked her, said, "What are you saying? What do you do? What do you mean?" She said, "I don't know. I don't even know what I mean." She said, "Somebody that talks as much as me, they don't know what they're saying." And she said that about herself. And I thought, well, you know, usually a real talkative person doesn't admit, you know, that they talk too much or whatever. But she said, a person that talks as much as I do, they don't know what they're saying. And I'm thinking, well, then quit talking so much. But, you know, I don't know. Some people just has it in them where they like to talk, and they can just think of all kind of things to say. And, you know, me, I can't even get out a good little conversation to somebody's comment. And I have noticed that the more you comment on other people's videos and or answer, you know, comment back to someone, even if they don't have a channel, but they watch your channel and comment on it, if the more you answer back to them, then the more they will comment. But yeah, I'm just curious. I'm curious how y'all feel about comments on your videos. Do you look forward to the comments? Do you actually watch the videos to know what the people are doing, to have a comment to give to them? I try to. I am guilty of turning on videos sometimes whenever I'm crafting, and it's just going over in you know, in the background, and I'm not really paying it any attention. You know, it's just going, and I may not even look up at it, and then it gets to the end of the video, and I think, now what was that about? I wanted to watch that video, and now I don't even know what it's about. And so, not every time, but sometimes when that does happen, I will go back to that video at a later time when I'm not focused on doing something, and rewatch it so I can comment. Because I know if people are like I am, then they look forward to the comments. They want to know that people has watched their videos and likes them, and has paid attention to what they're doing, and has something to say to them. And so when I catch myself watching a video whenever I'm crafting and I'm not really paying attention, then not every time do I do it, but a lot of the time I'll go back and rewatch the video so I can know what was going on, you know, see if there's something I could comment on. I always try to leave some little comment on every video that I watch. If it's nothing but leaving an emoji, just something. Although I prefer, if I at all can think of anything to say, to leave a word comment. You know, it might just be, "That's pretty," or whatever, but I try my best to do unto others as I would have them do to me. And I love getting comments. Love it. So I do my best to comment on others' videos. But then sometimes it's disheartening whenever I'm that much that I'm wanting people to comment and respond to me, and then I see that I haven't gotten very many comments on a video. It's disheartening. It is very disheartening to me. And then I get to thinking, well, am I the only one like this, or do other people just put up the videos and never even go back? Because you know, YouTube used to give you notifications whenever you got when someone commented on your videos. Now they don't do that unless you are put that at, you know, and tag them in it. Just commenting on a video, well, I can't say, they give you an in-house notification. I don't know just what you call it, but it's their own YouTube. They don't send you like an email or a, I don't know how to put it. But I have went back a lot of times after clicking on the notification bell up at the top of my videos and seeing, you know, the ones that has commented on different videos. I have went back to those very videos and find other people that had commented that YouTube didn't put it up on the notification bell that they had commented. And so that's why I go back often, checking my videos to see if anybody has commented. And like today, putting this video up all tonight while I'm up and doing and checking things, I'll go back and check and see if anybody has commented. Make sure, you know, I caught all the ones that has commented, because like I said, sometimes you don't get notifications for it. And then tomorrow, for a few times tomorrow, I'll even come back to today's video and check it. See if anybody else has had time to look at it and comment. But that's just me, guys. That's just me. And I don't know how long I've been on here, but I just wanted to chit-chat a little bit, and that's all I knew to talk about. Like I said, I'm not good at getting my thoughts out of my head and out my mouth or out of my hands, you know, typing or writing. It's just hard for me for some reason, and I don't know why. But I've done good. I've talked this last little bit and haven't yawned. Now that I mentioned it, I'll probably yawn. That's what you call I can't, my mind. I'm sorry, I can't get my thoughts out. Where catching is like you talking about it, or you see somebody yawn, then you yawn. Or you talk about it and you start yawning. So, I don't know. See? I shouldn't have mentioned it. I was doing good. I shouldn't have mentioned it. So, it may be a nervous thing, the reason I yawn, and I don't even realize I'm nervous. I got involved in what I was saying and really wasn't thinking about the fact that I'm doing something on video and wondering if they're going to like what I'm saying or what I'm doing. And what, you know, I worry about things like that. Am I putting up content that people want to see? You know, am I boring? All this stuff. So, you know, I could subconsciously not even realize it, be nervous when I'm doing a video. I've done videos for years, you know, for exception of that year that I didn't craft. I didn't do videos during that time, but I don't know. But anyway, yeah, I'd love to know how you feel about comments. Do you like comments? Do you go often That's my thing. Do you go often and check to see if anybody's commented on your videos? Or are you the type of person that you just put up a video and you don't really even go back and check it? You know, if they comment, they comment. If they don't, they don't. Tell me your feelings on that. All right, guys, I'm going to get off of here. I've held you long enough. And I've got this portion here almost done on this diamond painting. Then I'll have this fourth of it to do. And from there, I'll move on to the next one that's sitting in there half finished. All right, guys. I should have never mentioned the word yawn. I'm going to let you go. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Bye.